step toward the top of your mat. I'm going to be back a little bit because the wall's right here. Come to Tadasana, close your eyes, and then feet parallel down to all four corners. And then hands to top of thighs, press them back, draw the tailbone down a touch. Lift armpits up to ears, head to arm bones back, starburst chest forward, turn palms in. Open your eyes. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hinge at hips fold. Inhale, lift halfway, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot back. Back knee comes down. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank. Exhale, come down to the belly or a push-up. Low plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving my mat back a little bit. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step your foot through your hands, back knee down. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands come down, lift back knee, back thigh, step forward, top of mat, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step left foot back, back knee down. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward plank. Exhale, halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step foot through hands, back knee down. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Lift back knee, back thigh. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Chest lifts, gaze lifts, palms together. Good, another round. Exhale, hinge at hips, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, look ahead. Exhale, step right foot back, back knee down. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Step foot through hands. Back knee down. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands down. Lift back knee, back thigh. Step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot steps back. Back knee down. Reach arms up. Exhale, hands down. Down dog. Plank. Lower. Back bend. Down dog. Good, left leg lifts. Step foot through hands, back knee down. Reach arms up. Hands come down. Back knee lifts. Right leg lifts, step forward. Forward fold. Hang there for a moment. Grab hold of opposite elbows, sway a little side to side. Let the neck be soft. Head heavy. Good, release your hands down to the mat and then interlace your fingers behind your low back. Draw the knuckles up, hinging at hips, fold, maybe your torso's on your thighs. Let your head just hang. Draw knuckles to the back of your mat or up. Relax your face. Good, straighten legs, release bind. Come down to shins. I'm gonna turn my back to you. So take your right arm out, thumb faces up, and then take the palm up, reach above your head, bend your elbow, slide your hand down your back. Grab hold of the elbow, gently press the back of your head into your arm. Draw your tailbone down and breathe. Good, release. Left arm out to side, thumb faces up, flip the palm up just a touch. Reach up and over the head, right hand to elbow, slide fingertips down. Gentle pressure to the arms, tailbone down. Good, release. Come down to your back. A little bit of core, and then we'll go for it. So knees at 90 degrees. Hold onto the sides of your mat for leverage or root your hands down. Tap right toes and lift. Left toes, lift. Right, left. Maybe you want more, both toes touch. So there's still a little curve in the low back. So you do this by drawing your sits bones forward a little bit. So you keep that natural curve in a low back. Some people will tell you to root your low back all the way down. I used to do that. And then over time, realize that was not the best support for my back. So you can just slide a hand under your low back. With control, you're lowering and lifting. Firing up the quads and the core. And then let's do a little bit of glute work, because glutes are part of our core. So bring your feet down, hips width distant, knees face up. Lift your hips, straighten your right leg up to the sky. Keep your left hip elevated, and then lower right leg to a hover and lift. Lower, lift, lower. Last two. Last one. Good, bend your knee. Left leg up. Lower. And it doesn't really matter how high your hips are lifted. Keep pressing down into your right heel. You've got two more on this side. Good, last one lower. Take it back up, bend your knee, lift your hips, interlace fingers behind your low back, shimmy your shoulders together, puff up your chest, lift your chin up toward the sky a little bit, and then dip your hips down to release the hold in your glutes. Release your bind, take your hips down, draw your knees into your chest, grab behind the thighs, rock and roll, and come up standing. Okay, so for alignment on handstand, first measure the distance of your leg to the wall. So because we're going for handstand split, the legs are going to be more horizontal, so you need the space, right? Especially if you're still working with the wall like I am. So measuring that, maybe even pointing the toes. So I might come back just a touch more. Good. Now, for alignment on the upper body, so this is where I should stand. This is where the hands are going to go. Lift armpits up to ears. Head arm bones back, starburst chest forward. Draw the tailbone down a touch. Reach your arms out in front of you, and then fingertips face up. Take arms out of socket and back in. We want to really protect the shoulder joint and pack it, like integrate everything together. Good, pull back, stay, and then plant your hands down right there, right where your feet are. May feel weird, like they're not usually this wide, but that's okay. So now we're here. Take your knees down, recheck, lengthen side body, Melt heart down. Draw the scapula flat on the back. Tailbone starts to turn down. So strong here. Cup the mat with your finger pads. Get used to that. Strong straight arms. Scapula draw together. Maintain all of that. Lift hips. Good. Take the feet, start to walk them forward as much as your hips will allow here. Melt heart. Shoulder blades flat on back. Grit mat. Take the gaze forward a touch and then lift your right leg. Turn the pinky toe side edge down on your foot. Reconnect to the shoulders. Sink the heart down. Draw the tailbone back and then little hop. Just practice that. Focus on alignment. So that was my weaker side that I was hopping on, just practicing there. All right, shift forward, lengthen side body, armpits to ears, melt heart down, draw scapula down the back. And then pubic bone toward navel attach. This time, left leg lifts, pinky toe side edge down. You're gonna jump up on the exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, I'm trying to come into that splits, which as you can see, I'm so not even working towards split. I don't know what I look like. So tailbone draws up to the sky a little bit. Take the gaze forward. Hug everything to the midline. And come down, rest. Reverse namaste on the rest. So as you can see, I don't think I'm really open enough through the groin and the hips to achieve that split handstand. So I'm gonna try it a couple more times. All right, so come back up to standing. Measure your distance. Remember, because we're trying to come into splits, I'm just gonna have the toes point, like pointing my foot. All right, feet hips width distance apart. Armpits lift to ears. Head arm bones back. Draw tailbone down a little bit. So we're making space in the back body, kind of puffing up the waistline. Reach your arms forward. Fingertips face up. Press forward, shoulder out of socket. And then drop back in. From here, place hands down where the feet are. Cup the fingers to the mat, like those little gecko hands. Lengthen side body, armpits to ears. Melt heart down, tailbone draws back. Keep that. It's so firm and so strong. So I think I used to be practicing my shoulder handstand out of socket. That's not good. All right, so here we are. Super strong. Lift hips, walk feet forward. See where you might need to change here. Notice if the shoulders are way up in the ears, draw them back. Left leg lifts. I'm going for the good side one more time. Grip the mat. Inhale. Exhale, kick up. Forward. So I'm going to shift my right hip, outer right hip toward the back of my mat. Squeeze thighs toward each other. And then lift my tailbone up toward the sky to try to take that pelvis right over my shoulders. Hardest part. Ooh, too much. Good. All right, we'll do one more time. On the weak side, the non-Instagram side. So now I have the sweat marks on my mat to tell me where to put my hands. Lift armpits to elbows, shoulders, head arm bones back. Tailbone tucks a little bit. Reach arms forward, fingertips face up. Hands come down. Grip mat with finger pads, walk feet back. All right, this time, right leg's gonna lift. Sorry, plant. Turn toes down. Lift armpits to ears. Melt heart down. Tailbone draws to my lifted heel. Inhale. Exhale, hop. Good little hop. Okay, that's it for this side today. All right now. So we warmed up with lunge salutations in part 1 of going into handstand split. I feel like I was still in that L shape, to be honest. So I want to warm up my hip flexors a little bit more. So at the top of your mat, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge at hips, fold. Step your left foot back, back knee down. Walk your foot forward a little bit, and then walk your back knee back. You want to be not on the kneecap, but the bottom of the thigh. You might want to blanket underneath your back knee. Draw your right hip back. Just breathe here, sternum forward. Maybe shift hips a little right to left. I'm probably also super tight because this is my morning right out of bed. Couple more rounds of breath. Bring your left hand down, right hand, right thigh, and then twist. Take your gaze up. And then bring both hands inside the front foot. Maybe forearms come down. Ujjayi breath the whole time. Let breath inform movement versus the other way around. Walk your hands back inside the foot. Bend your back knee. Reach for the foot. So you might have the space where your right fingertips are way forward and you're able to grab the back foot. I gotta come up pretty high right now because I am so tight. The moment, kick into the hand. Hand pulls back into the foot, stretch out the shoulder. And still really getting a deep stretch into the front of the hip. Good. Foot down, lift back knee, back thigh, down dog. Notice if you feel a difference between the sides. Step your left foot forward, back knee down, knee on blanket or whatnot. Stay here, reach the sternum forward, fingertips are on blocks or your mat. A few rounds of breath. Good, and then take left hand, left thigh, and twist. Think about twisting from back body versus rib cage. So spinal rotation, nice and mindful. Both hands inside. Front foot lizard. Maybe forearms come down. Good, back knee bends. Reach for the foot. I'm gonna come all the way up to do that. Okay, kick it into the hand, and then hand pulls to foot. Good, back foot down, hands root down, downward facing dog. Pigeon, right knee, right wrist. Slide left knee back. Keep your right hip lifted and then walk your hands to the right. Stretch out left side body. Maybe even take your gaze back. Also feeling a stretch in the right outer hip and glutes. And then walk your hands over to the left. Stretching right side body, right hip, right glutes. Walk hands forward, down dog. All right, left knee, left wrist, slide back. Walk hands to the right. Walk hands to left. Okay, and then come back, down dog. Last little stretch here. Right leg lifts up, bend upper knee, rotate the knee up. Try to stack your right hip on top of your left. And then flip your dog. Feet parallel, lift hips, stretch the hip flexors. Right arm reaches back. Good. And then right leg lifts up and foot comes down. Left leg lifts, bend upper knee, open it up. Flip dog. Lift hips. Come back down. Downward dog. All right, now we're ready. Let's try it again. All right, so handstand split again. Measure distance. Root down into feet, hips width distance. Ground down, tops of thighs back, tailbone down. Lift armpits to ears, roll head arm bones back, starburst chest forward, and then tailbone down, a touch again. Reach arms forward, turn fingertips up. Draw the arms out of socket, and then back in. Place hands down. Cut mat with your fingertips. And then walk your feet back a touch. Shift forward. Reassess, armpits to ears. Melt heart down. Draw scapula down back. All right, so left leg lifts. Turn pinky toe side edge down. So we don't want to open up the hips in these handstands until we're going into split, I guess. Inhale. On the exhale, little bend, kick. Good. Gaze is down. Pack the shoulder joint. Notice if you're lifting out the shoulder, melt shoulder blades together. Spin thighs in toward midline. Lift tailbone up to sky. That's the hardest part for me. Stay with it. Strong, straight arms. Okay. So, where I need to work, I'm continuing to dump into my low back. I've got to pull out of my low back. So the tailbone has to point up more. Waistline needs to fill up. So let's try it on the other side. Feel like the upper body is really strong. I got to work on this core part. Let's root hands down. Armpits to ears. Melt heart. All right, lift booty. Weak side, yes. All right, pinky toe side edge down. Right foot is lifted. Turn thighs in toward each other. Front and right hip should face down. Repack shoulder joint. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale. Got it. Barely. All right, pointing toes, Barbie feet. Lift tailbone. All right, so that's it for me. You can keep practicing, watch the video over and over. Upper body alignment is so important to keep that strong, steady hold. The legs, obviously connected to the big picture. So watch yourself, see what you need to work on, like literally record yourself. And then notice if you're kind of hollow back like me, try to tuck the tailbone a bit. So if you're upside down, tailbone's lifting up to the sky. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, wins, challenges. Let me know how else I can help. Namaste.